Okay, the next question, we'll start over here. Jordan Lake is polluted and trash from Greensboro often floats down the Haw River after heavy rainstorms. The question is, how important is water quality to you, and what would you do to preserve it?
Say that Chatham County residents aren't polluting water, but people in other counties are polluting the water that is coming downstream. So I would say that we need to have a talk with those people in that county and see what can be worked out to eliminate this process of debris and pollutants coming into the lake. And that is something, we do all these things in this county. We put a lot of regulations and restrictions on water, and water quality is extremely important. Let me say that. I happen to know that really well. We work a lot with, in the, my position, we work a lot with NC State and the Environmental Sciences Group. And they are looking at how to improve water quality and what can be done. And there's a lot of programs out there, and we can leverage some of those with some of the surrounding universities that are doing these things to find better ways to manage runoff and to manage, water quality. But if we've got a problem with another county, actually debris coming in, then we need to be talking to that county. And it's the same thing from things that are coming in from University Lake or is coming in from Durham. We should have the same type of high standards for those counties that we put on our own people in our own county.
Lake is extraordinarily critical for us. It's our water supply. It's our water supply now, and it's our water supply for the future. We have to do everything we can to protect it. Chatham County lost 21 square miles of land to the federal government when Jordan Lake was constructed. It's 120 miles of shoreline, almost entirely surrounded by Chatham County lands. It's up to us to make sure that we have regulations, yes, regulations in place to prevent runoff from happening when development occurs relatively close to the lake. That is why we enacted our stream buffer requirements. That is why we have a soil erosion and sedimentation control ordinance. That is why we have an amended watershed ordinance that doesn't allow disturbing streams that run directly into Jordan Lake or the Haw River or other streams that run into this critical watershed. Jordan Lake is close to impaired now, and it can't afford much more. Once it becomes impaired, treating water gets extraordinarily expensive. When sediment interacts with chlorine and other disinfectant products, things form that are toxic. It costs a lot more money to treat the water. We need our regulations in place. We don't need developers who are going to come in and build right on right close to the shore without adequate restrictions. Jordan Lake is our water supply, and we need to keep it clean now and in the future.
Jordan Lake is our water supply, and we need to keep it clean, but the question didn't talk about our erosion control policies and what we're doing in our county. The question was trash floating down from Greensboro. Nothing that Commissioner Lucier said will address trash coming in from Greensboro. So I'll just fall back on Pam's answer. We need to do what we're doing here. We need regulations. We need to make sure that they are regulations that actually get results and that they are not overly burdensome. And if it's another county polluting our waters, then we probably need to look at state regulations and see that those are enforced, because my guess is if that's a problem, then it's a state issue and a neighboring county issue.
I believe we can talk about actions that our Board of Commissioners have taken where there have been detrimental actions on the part of counties and municipalities outside of us who've been polluting the water. One in particular has been the nutrient loading issue, especially upstream from on the Haw River. We've had Greensboro, for instance, Guilford County, and the wastewater treatment plants there have been putting undue amounts of phosphorus into the streams. And our Board of Commissioners lobbied the state legislature to change the rules to legally cause those municipalities and counties upstream to reduce the nutrient loading. So we certainly have a concern about development inside the county, polluting our waters, Jordan Lake, and also development in other entities outside the county that are doing the same.